I should probably eventually update. I should probably look to see if there's an update for the software I use for PNG2. I should probably see if there's an update for PNG2 Remix, because I'm still using a previous version. Let me. I'll change it like after this stream. Find the server amidst my billion other ones I'm in. I'm in so many. I will do that after. Hold on. I'm struggling to find where the server is. Please don't tell me I just threw it in I just chucked it in a random folder and left it there. God, I hope not. I did good. Feature request. See if there's any updates to it in. When's the last time it was updated? March. What version is it? More info. Updated 15 days ago. I'll make sure to. I'll do a check like after. But for oh wait, hold on. This is not the end of the stream. This is the start of the stream. I apologize for that. Info. No, not there. I don't have the chat pulled up. Hold on. Okay, now I can see chat. Okay, let me finish setting things up before I begin. Today's probably just going to be a bit of a chiller day. That's what? Monday? Monday. Okay. Main recording, but okay. Stream. There it is. Okay, please pick up Frita. That'd be great. No, because I'm a dumbass and changed it. No, it's not. Dang it. Of course it's not picking up. There we go. Okay, now it's picked. Alright. I still haven't switched over to the... I still haven't updated the image of the lads. No. I need to... I gotta do that sometime. Anyways, bye chat. Is this shuffled? Hold on, let me check my... Actually, I need to check to make sure my... There we go. Actually, no, that is wrong. I need it to specifically be capitalized. There we go. Okay. Now it's capitalized. Doing some glitch stuff. That's just seriously 6 days ago though. There is. I don't remember. Yeah, no, that is not how that's supposed to be true. Bow tie is supposed to be significantly wider. Honestly, if anything, I think I need to draw the bow tie. BOWTEYE. A little bit higher than before. That, or I need to redraw it at a slightly different angle. Hello. Constat. I have the last time I drew their full character, the full design of them was like 2024. So like 2 years ago, I did the current design. Now I'm just doing a redraw to just kind of have them sort of just get back into doing things of doing like many more of my character, of like trying to not completely get rusty about with my other characters. Plus, she's a pretty important one in the lore, so it makes a lot of sense to be on her. Also, she's just a personal. Thanks. I don't think I have the. She went through like, I believe, I want to say like she had an original. She went through one major redesign and then one like adjusted design. I want to say. I'm trying to think of them. She had her first design, I think, was like, I'm trying to remember off the top of my head, because trying to think. I think it was 2021 when she had her initial design. It was then like 2022 during high school during an animation class when I gave her a updated design. I think then 2024 became the prior design to this, though the 2026 render is more so just an update on, more so just a new render. And actually, give me a second. I think I don't have it on hand, but I do have it in my quote-unquote archive. The archive in question is called Facebook. I won't get into why Facebook is why considered archive. It just is. I'm just wondering if I actually have, like, I have like a decent amount. Oh, wait, there's actually 2 renders of her. Hold on, I forgot that there was an actual, like, hold on. That is the 2022 rendition. Send to that year's art folder. And then if I scroll down, I should have it here. No, I don't. I do not. Okay, well, I guess I have it somewhere in, like, in a Discord server. Can't be bothered to pull it up. Yeah. If I go to... Okay, here is her... Here's her 2022 design. I would like to note that the previous design before this had... Actually, maybe it's on my Google Drive. Hold on. It's probably somewhere on my Google Drive. I do remember like having a Pispor HRG. So if you give me a second. Okay, let me search cons. Okay, looks like I have to search images then. Give me a second, I'll answer that in a moment. I have a drive I have to clean. Instead, I will go to the Discord. I know where it is. Apologies on the delay, slight delays. Sidetracks always just kind of drag me down these kind of ways. To Heart Street. Oh, hold on, I gotta do that. And then I gotta sort by oldest, because it's pretty old. This Teru's original design. I always forget her last name because it's so freaking complex. She has a new last name. I think it was 2021. Yeah, it's like I've been in that server for a very long time. Oh my! I'm unlikely to. Actually, you know what? Constant. I spelled her name wrong. I know, it's a little sad that it's not. It's like considered. It would be considered underground. Here we go. I found it finally. It took long enough. When was this? I don't remember when this was. How long ago was this? 2020. You know, it was pretty on the dot. 2021. Okay, now that I actually have the art, that took way too long. This is her, good lord, this is her initial design. I didn't even bother to outline the eye. Just by looking, you can't see the eye. That is a really bad color contrast. So, yeah, she did. I want to say, out of characters to keep, like, in terms of characters with consistent theming, she's probably the one that's got. No, there are characters I've redesigned many a time, or have had bigger redesigns. She's just one of the most notable changes. Which also makes sense considering her whole significance in the overarching story of the world of Midorian. Hold on, I will go grab some water. I completely forgot to get that. A second. Alright. That's true. Alright, back to it. What new? I think one of the songs from this is, I think I have like a few songs I use from this album as like my ringtones, and then meanwhile, like for ones that are for unknown numbers, I just have the Six Flags, like I have the Robotnik Pingus cover of like the Six Flags music. Because it works way too well as a ringtone, especially for like. I would just be minding my own business and I'd be hearing bing 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 bing. Trust me, I listen to other musicians and whatnot. It's just this one is like just my preferred one, and also because I want the artist to be kind of more known. What's funny is okay, the artist in the question is not Noctilio. They had a remix of Memorios, I believe that's how they're named. They remix of one of the extra bosses, the extra boss from Touhou, 18 Unconnected Marketeers. That remix is no longer like available. I think because they mislabeled it or something by accident. I don't know why they took it down. I say this because I actually legally download the music, and it now just sits on my this one because it's just a cover of the because it's a really good remix. Also, I did use it for like a test animation, so yeah. I'm hoping that if Nocti ever eventually gets around to doing Volume 5, no rush, that the remix is included. As for like my point of view of being like a fan of being a fan and whatnot, it's hard to say. I always feel like I'm either doing too little or too much. I mean, I guess it's like fine to enjoy, like be like a mega fan of someone's work, as long as you're not like obnoxious. As long as you're like not totally obnoxious about it, then you're like fine. I moved to my preference and I was like. You're actually kind of right on that. Each I'm not actually sure about. I think the only instance of that is like the only instance I can recall off the top of my head is the first Luigi. No, Luigi's Mansion 3. Even then, I have almost no knowledge on Luigi's Mansion 3 because while I do have a Switch, the only Luigi's Mansion I actually own is the second one, also known Luigi's Mansion 2, aka Dark Moon in like North America. Actually, I think Luigi's Mansion 2 only had the Dark Moon subname in the North American release, which is, well, I'm Canadian, so, well, I mean, I say North America, but it's like, I always consider like the NTSC version to be just kind of the US, and then I honestly don't know. I'm rambling about having and like second guessing myself, so I just know it was like in some places it was called Luigi's Mansion 2, and wait, didn't they remake it or something? Like for the Switch? How about you? That's kind of sad. That is like nobody remembers that, because I do remember something along the lines of, I don't know, possibly. the 8th wonder of the world because they're always so freaking hard to draw. I say that, but then I proceed to do a not half bad of a hand. I often just end up doing mitts. And there's the struggle. And there's the struggle. The struggle has commenced. Those are my favorites of this album. However, this is my favorite. And I still can't draw freaking fucking hands. I actually use this song in like one of my videos. Because it's so good. It was a DRG one. That, and I believe I use this in my now like scrapped Roblox game. It was called Marbling. For a short time short time recently, I did come back to it. but Roblox being Roblox decided to make some very, very fantastic decisions, and yeah, no, I don't think I'll be coming back. I have also ability to draw hand. No. Actually, let me try and see if I can use my own hand as a reference. Yeah, that's the other. It's like there's drama. I don't really like talking about the shit show Roblox has become, only because why the hell oh, because I have two. How do I have like two instances? The only reason I actually I return occasionally is because, well, there's block tails, and then, well, I would have said like grace and pressure. I mean, pressure's coming back. It's making a slow and steady revive. It's coming back slowly. However, it's difficult to say. It hurts seeing a game platform I've been on for like over like a decade slowly just kind of dissipate into dust because of great decisions. Where did my ability to... I did so well in the other one. How the hell? Wait. Nope, found the mirror key. I feel like I would honest, if I were to take like an art class, I would definitely I feel like I would fail because my art style just would not like match. I feel like I would never be able to meet because of my drawing skills, I would never be able to meet the prerequisites like the teacher or professor would ask of me. Simply because I do not draw simply because I do not draw like standard stuff. This is what I mean. I mean, I sort of learned how to partially draw, and I don't draw animals either. The only reason I sort of do is because I, like, in the past I did it with like some rain world art, but it wasn't really much. I mean, oh boy, documents. Hold on, where is... Hold on. There we go. Wait, I want to change it. Yeah, the thumbnails will load. I recognize. Sorry, I recognize the name. Mind reminding me? It might come. It might. The name seems familiar. Just can't quite put my finger on it. I think I recall. I'm old enough to remember seeing like promotional material for it, but no, I don't think I've seen it. What are the ratings on it? Oh, you mean Earth to Echo? Yeah, that's the one. That is the one I'm thinking of. Uh, 2014. It released in 2014 to mixed to positive reception. Not really my kind of thing. I mean, I do like sci-fi. But I'm not really a big fan of like it's the live action thing. I'm not a big fan of like CGI live action. I mean, I do want to see like the Wile E. Coyote versus Acme film that's like coming out that's premiering in theaters like this Friday. Or I do want to see that one. Like that's kind of the exception I have to live action CGI. You know, like the exception I can give to this one is because Warner Brothers was being a bit of a dumbass, a very big dumbass, and almost canned this as a tax write-off, canned the film as a tax write-off. However, the fact that it managed to, I believe it was it Ketchup Entertainment that managed to carry through with the film. I'm probably misremembering, but like. The fact that it's able to, like, it's premiering in theaters, or now or whenever is like just amazing to me. Okay, so funny. I'm going to bring up a funny story that happened like not too long ago. So, on my Discord profile currently uses some art I commissioned recently. I commissioned recently, and there have been a few instances where people have asked like, "Hey, your profile, where'd you get it from?" And I'd say, I just respond with this one word, commissioned. And then this one person says, "Oh, I'd like to show off some art," and they proceed to show. We'll get to that. And then that individual proceeds to send a slop, like. It's like the best thing I do, and my best response to it was sending a GIF of death from Puss in Boots: The Last Wish, kicking. I believe it was overlaid with a pencil, and the caption was "Pick it up, pick up the pencil." No, it was just "Pick it up." And another thing, I don't want to say this as like foreshadowing or whatever, unintentional foreshadowing, but I feel invulnerable to like being scammed on Discord because I was scammed out of like $300 and nearly lost my Steam account for just not knowing that knowing that, or give me a second, let me try this. I also lost my Steam account out of a scam because someone said my account was compromised, accidentally reported it or whatever. I don't fall for that now because I know damn well that the only thing that they wouldn't ask for stuff like this, they would just send Valve would send like an email. They wouldn't do it through like Discord or Skype or whatever other text chatting app people would use. Not even Steam itself. No, the Valve wouldn't even use Steam itself. They would go through typical business. They would do typical business communication via stuff like via email, via Outlook, Gmail. Yeah. I was an idiot. I was very much an idiot and didn't know any better. yeah, they kept raising. They said, oh, but well, you need like $50. Okay, I pay the 50. Okay, well now you need 100, and I pay 100, and it's like it keeps going up and up until it's like I finally it clicks with me, or well, it was clicked with my dad, but like. Now I either don't accept the message request, or well, today someone tried pulling it on me, and I pulled the fast one of saying like, oh, is this something about accidentally reporting my account? And the dude didn't even respond back, so I was like, yeah, I got him Lamau. You know, there's something I've always wanted to do, and that's like piss the shit out of a scam caller. Like kid, I know I'm a Gen Z, and like kids like in modern day slang, I'd like to rage bait the hell out of scammers. I'd like to just genuinely piss them off and waste both my time and their time, because they're wasting my time, so why not I waste theirs by just keeping them on the line. Uno River. Actually, one idea I had recently was like drawing the death pick it up image, but instead it's like one of my incredibly musty characters. Just like, here, have some. Here, I'm going to repay you some suggested art, and by the way, you don't even think about using it, because I've applied Nightshade or whatever to it, and you can't do jack about it. Actually, no, I'm intentionally going to mess up the hands and have one with one have 4 fingers and one have 5 to just intentionally make it that, or I just make or I just apply just noise to what I do is literally just grab a new layer, overlay it with overlay like this, then go here, filter mask, and then I don't know if it's visible. Oh, it's not visible. But what I do is I apply I basically do this to it, and then. And then it's just this noise overlay that I think that's what a lot of artists have been doing as well for to prevent theft and whatnot. That or just slapping a big ass watermark over it. Something along the lines of, I don't know. I'm still figuring out like the most optimal way to. Okay, see ya. And now it's back to the quiet. Nothing bad about it. Insane refresh full. Hello, I burnt my food. How are we doing today? Oh wait, hold on. Let me update the playlist. Where is my where is it? Oh, how? Anyways, how we doing? There it is. I don't know exactly how delayed it is, but hopefully it's not too absurd. Hold on, let me send the progress to my buddies real quick. This is Constant Clockwork, a character of mine, and part of my big world building project, Tales of Maderian. She is one of the two sisters that basically runs the world. That's kind of weird to have a world with two people being into having order or something along the lines of that. Okay, welcome back. Kronstadt is... In a way, there's two forms of order. There's order and there's sort of like negative order and then positive order. In a way, I guess negative order is technically speaking chaos. I mean, that kind of makes sense actually. But this whole order thing revolves around outside, like, the more perfect the world is, I'd imagine the world would glow much brighter if they were stars in the night sky. So Kronstadt interfering with her sister's plans would dim the world and make it less noticeable. Instead, in the figurative night sky that is the multiverse. Oh, I forgot. Yeah, I remember. I forgot to put the cross in her over her eye, because that is a quintessential. Well, outside the first design, that is a key part of her design. Is having the X over both eyes. It's sort of a. I wouldn't say it's a representation of like blindness, or it's more so kind of a like symmetrical design. And now we get to color this. Yay. I don't get to color this. I forgot the stitches on the corset. There we go. Crisis has been averted. Key. I've realized that every other design has the jagged like the sawtooth frill. So I'm actually kind of considering going back and doing that, which I will. Now, if I were to start rambling about the angel sites, we'd be here for a while. Well, not a while, the angel sites are a whole other can of worms related to content, and I don't really want to get into because it's kind of not really the focus right now. Just note that angel sites are well, there isn't really a one key there isn't really a fixed set of angels and demons in Vidirian. In fact, most residents, if you were to just chuck a random demon, I don't care what form of media it is, they would not know it is. The residents of Vidirian would not know it is a demon. Like for a demon from Doom or whatever residents would just not know. There's a bit of, I just realized how much contrast there is adding these spike rails at the very bottom, because I realize how much bounds it kind of throws out of the design. So like I mean it's been a consistent thing. Nope, there's actually more. I am so not done with this design because I am missing another key aspect of the design that I missed in the 2024 revision, and that's the eyes on the dress. So I'm taking the opportunity to add them. Cause I added them for the Afterbeat model. I had them in the 2022 design. I forgot them in the 2024 design. Ah, yes, that looks, there we go. I sort of wondered why the score always just looked off. It's because I forgot to draw, these freaking eyes. And now I can color it. Let's go. Nope, that is not. Nope, nope, yep. No, I am still far from finished because I'm going to be here. How did I not realize that this was completely off? I feel like a fraud missing out on little bits and... No, it makes sense. It felt off because I forgot to... That feels more accurate. I gotta adjust this to match up with here. Okay, yeah, no, that's better. Clone. Food caught a menace. I just realized the song uses a sample from freaking uses a Sinistar voice sample. I hunger. Run. Beware. I think that's always the most. That's like the most tedious part. God, frick, JPEG quality. Yoink, yoink. Oh my god, Black Sand's way more. Holy shit. Banger tag. Okay, now I gotta do the shading. She's a low Cupid. True. I miscolored like one part of this. Also, cause I get to listen to music. You know, I kind of vibe with the dark lighting being magenta. I think I've definitely done something like this before. But it was like a while back. How did I not realize that? Like, I only realized just now you could actually just drag the bucket tool and just fill in like areas you want or something. as an artist, this is a good prediction. As someone who needs the reference, this is going to be absolute hell. I should really start just having a personal copy of my own art that doesn't have the noise layer applied to it. Time to upload. Hold on. Give me a second. Oh, wait. Slight detour of a uploading detour. I gotta wishlist this game. Hold up. Thank you, Steam. Thank you, Valve. I can open the desktop app to do the stuff I need. Add it to the wish list. Because I'm already very much... It it gives me Mina vibes. BRB.